All right, it's the end of March. Time for me to do my little update video on my progress with my skills development. Starting with my throwing target here. You can see it's been getting a good bit of use. I mean, not here every day. Haven't really missed any time there. I was sick for a couple days, so yeah, I was kind of under the weather one weekend. But other than that, I've been out here pretty much every day this month. I've definitely gotten more consistent with it. So I'm going to get the camera in a good spot there and film myself getting 50 knives and 50 axes to stick into the target. We'll see how many it takes to do that. And then I'll record the numbers at the end when I'm editing the video. All right, enjoy the show. Oh, and real quick before I get started, there's one thing I want to show is my little update to the floor here. You can see I got my little box there for catching the debris from the target board. And kind of catching the occasional knife and axe that falls in there. Added these to the floor because I was noticing I was getting little dings. When they would miss, they would do a little scrape when the metal hit the concrete here. So to prevent a lot of damage to the floor. Yeah, you can see it over here as well. Just little dings. So yeah, under here, it's dog food boxes. So we've been adding those to the floor as I'm collecting those. And then I added these marks where I measure distance to the target. So about 12 foot is my spot for throwing axes, and about 10 feet is my spot for throwing the knives. So a little guide just to help me line up in the right spots. Okay, time to get started. All right, I think that's lined up in about the best spot I can do it. So safety glasses. Still wearing the gloves, just because, you know, sharp blades. All right, we'll start with the knives this time. So show those on camera. So those are the knives that I'm using. These were the 3 knives that were in that first set back when there was snow on the ground. So I'm just lining up here on the 10. I'm holding it about the same spot every time. And a miss. Never done that before. Yeah, I gotta pause the video. I don't know where that one went. I think that's gonna be a do-over. All right, yeah, that was an odd throw. I think having the shirt unbuttoned and it's getting warmer out here today kind of threw me off a little bit. So I retrieved that knife from a bin on top of a dresser in the corner there. So got my knives back. I was at 21. Just watch that again just to make sure. So let's pick up at 22. Actually, I get another do-over. Thanks to the power of editing. Yeah, I think the camera's throwing me off. All right. Picking back up at 27. 26. I'm on 27. It's hot out here. And I'm wearing a flannel shirt for the look and for the arm protection. Because they do come back sometimes. We'll start with a fresh 3 at 26. Yeah, I'm just off. I'm still on 33. All right, we'll call that 50. I'm not sure how many it was, and got to do some editing there. All right, time for the axes now. You can see I've got the 3 axes here. Redid the paracord on this one. Throwing just a bare metal axe wasn't really working very well. Couldn't get consistent with it. So I think I have a decent technique now for these. So we'll see how many it takes to get 50. Starting at my 12-foot mark. Well, I'm consistently getting 2 out of 3. Should be able to do better than that. Or worse. And I'm just dripping sweat here. Got hot today. All right, picking back up at 9. Had to open the door a little bit, let it cool off a little bit in here. All right, so picking back up on throw, we're going for stick 10 here. All right, yeah, it's just hot in the garage. Had to shed the shirt there. So picking back up, I'm on 14. Yeah, this will be 14. and I'm ending on those. Not sure exactly what my count was, but yeah, I think it's when I'm doing this on camera, brain's not in the right spot, not consistent. I do much better when it's just me out here, or at least I think I do. I don't know, maybe I'm doing that bad every night and I just don't realize it. All right, but gonna continue that into April. Gonna keep working on consistency. I know I can do this a lot better. Getting good at changing out my boards. It'll be time to change out to that 4th board soon. So, yep, gonna stick with it. Time to go to the basement, do my exercises. All right, time to do my planks. Of course, I've been using my phone as my stopwatch, so it kind of throws me off here, but we'll just see how long I can go. All right, we'll call that. All right, next up is crunches. All right, 100 crunches. I've been doing those just over 2 minutes lately. All right, time for jump rope. Still using my ropeless jump ropes. They're like little weapons here, but they do really good for not hitting the ceiling when I'm jump roping indoors. All right, I've been doing at least 1.5 minutes with this, so get ready and get started with those. All right, that was way longer than 1.5 minutes. Just kind of kept going. Not even sure how long that was, but check the timer when I'm editing the video. Ooh. Catch my breath a little bit. And time for my dead hangs. Ooh, I'm gonna pause it there for a moment, catch my breath. All right, so time for my dead hangs. Again, been using the phone as my timer, so I'm just gonna hang for a bit, see how long I can go. Yeah, I've only been doing about 30 seconds each time, but I'm gonna see how long I can go this time. Hopefully it's at least 30. All right, good grip. Starting to lose my grip. All right, well, that's my update from exercises. Whew, yeah, I think it's time to switch to shorts. It's getting kind of hot out. I don't know if it's gonna last, but yeah, I'm about 2.5 weeks away from no more frost, so can really get started with the garden. Been getting footage of my garden, just little projects out there in the yard, prepping for spring. And doing the compost, got a couple videos out for that. Doing research for my rabbits and worms. The worms and the worm compost bin should be arriving in the mail shortly. I'm gonna cool off a little bit and I'll go upstairs and do a little guitar practice. That's coming along, still working on the chord transitions, but having a lot of fun just kind of strumming at the end, just making up little songs of my own, just trying to put some feeling and technique into just not doing chords and just playing. So yeah, it's coming along, having fun with it. It's a very relaxing time. My little 5 minutes that I'm trying to do every day sometimes turns into over an hour if I'm just having fun. All All right, well, I'm gonna end here, cool off, clean up, and get ready to go ahead and do the guitar stuff. All right, catch you in a few minutes. All right, all cleaned up, got the guitar out. Not really sure how well this is gonna pick up the mic and everything, but we'll give it a shot. What I've been doing for my daily practice is I have an app on my phone that helps me to tune the guitar, and then going through exercises, chord transitions, just going through practice songs, a lot of repetitive, just trying to learn finger placement, getting really rough fingertips, building up the calluses on those so I can survive it without pain. And then what I've been doing to end my little guitar practice sessions is just kind of playing around. No fingers on the frets up here, just playing along, just, I don't know, making up little songs, having fun with that. So I think that's what I'll record for this video. Just a month in, not very good, but having fun learning, and just know this is a skill that I want to develop over the next few years. Just looking forward to sitting out on the front porch in South Carolina, looking out at my farm and playing a song on the guitar. I think it's going to be pretty awesome. All right, well, here's a little thing that I've just been playing around with in the evenings, just something for fun. Here's another little one I've been having fun with. I'm sure I can pick something good out of all this, make it sound good. All right, well, I'm gonna keep practicing, see what I sound like in another month. Maybe I'll be able to play a song next time. Anyway, gonna work on some other skills for April. Like I said, gonna be working on worms and rabbits. Gonna add that to my garden, hopefully. The worms are already ordered, so that's definitely happening. But I still got to do some more research and figure out everything for the rabbits. And let's see, what else is going on? I need to make a video of my 2025 gardening, give you my early beginnings from last year, just going from a couple of raised beds to my garden the way it is currently. Just lots of little projects over time and just added up to a pretty nice little garden in the backyard. Let's see, got my other little sheet here. Of course, I've got a spreadsheet to track everything this time. I didn't do one for March, which kind of threw me off. But yeah, I've got my workouts, my planks, crunches, the jump rope, and the dead hang. And I got speed reading, still working on that. Got a whole bookshelf full of library books I'm trying to read through, trying to learn lots of new things. So working on the speed reading as I do that. Knots, still have bow ties here. Still working on learning to tie the bow ties. Gonna make a nice video about that at some point. I've also got some ropes, lots of different ropes for learning other knots, and gonna make videos of those. Let's see, what other little projects have I got here? Just lots of things going on. Back to my list here, guitar, still working on that one. Let's see, yeah, then the gardening, the farming, and of course the YouTube. The YouTube's coming along pretty well right now. I'm up to 46 subscribers. Check my analytics real quick, just to give a quick update. I'm at 115 watch hours total, over 7,254 views. So that's coming along. A lot of those are from the shorts that tend to get more views once they're in the feeds. I've had 2 videos that are at 1,263 views, so they're tied for first place. That's the Never Thought I'd Be a YouTuber at 52, and I'm going to build a rabbit hutch. So for some reason, those got lots of views. I mean, relatively. I mean, for a bigger channel, 1,000 views is nothing. But it's really cool seeing like the 1.2, 1.3K. It's just nice seeing a K in the count. Someday I'll have K in the number of subscribers, hopefully. So that's continuing to grow. Still trying to do the doubling my subscribers every month. So I am way above what I was shooting for this month. Had 6 the first month, 12, 24. So I was shooting for 24. I'm at 46. So my goal for next month is 48, and I'm only 2 away from that one. So I'm doing better than the 2 per month that I was hoping to grow. So yeah, if you watch the video, go ahead and subscribe. You definitely use more to get ahead of that curve and try to get more subscribers. Every subscriber I get this month will be one less that I'm shooting for the next month to try to reach that goal. So I think it's a nice way of approaching it, where I'm just doubling every month and just trying to keep that pace going, trying to improve the content as I go, refining that, and hopefully making some progress. Hopefully you can see some improvements to my videos. All right, well, I think I will end it there. That kind of recaps my March goals and gives you an idea of the things that I'm doing for April. So I'm gonna edit this one, see what I can produce with it, just kind of put it all into one video. And yeah, April's gonna be a great month. Looking forward to it. Weather's turning, gonna get outside, have more nature time, more garden time. So it's gonna be amazing. All right, well, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.